I would now like to call upon Mr. Maninder Singh, CEO, Brentwoods Education Limited and Vice Chairman, National Council of Education, ASSOCHAM, to address the gathering.
A very good afternoon to all the dignitaries present here, respected panelists who are sharing the dais with me, all the guests present in the crowd, and the future. I mean the students. We attend a lot of conferences and many a times I get a little confused. And there are three types of questions that come to the mind straight away. The first one being, who were we? Hum kaun the? Second, what are we today? Hum aaj kya hai? And third, where do we see ourselves tomorrow? Hamara future kya hai? And then it all gets mingled in the mind and you start thinking. So if we talk about India, who were we, to answer my own first question, we are a country that gave the world the very first university. We are the country where there were no infrastructures, yet we made scientists. We were a country that created things like trigonometry, zero, and not many other beautiful things. And if we look back into the history, when invaders came to India to rule us, the first thing that they did was to burn the knowledge that we have, to burn the libraries that we have. So being somebody who was the knowledge superpower of the world much before an MIT or Harvard was even established, I get a little confused if we think about what are we today. And then, okay, attending so many conferences in India, abroad, last 5-6 years, we're discussing very huge problems in education everywhere. One of them is the gross enrollment ratio. Then is the employmentability. There is the skilling and reskilling that is required with the students. And so many things. So if we get on to my next question, that what are we today? We can be two things. Either we can be leaders or we could be followers. Now this is a question that has to be asked by each one of us individually to ourselves. What am I today? Am I a leader or am I a follower? And if I am a leader, what am I leading? If I am a follower, what am I preparing myself to follow? Now let's talk about Gujarat as a state. You know, before coming to this event, just last night, I did a lot of research on what Gujarat is doing in education and I was astonished. I mean, it's something special and I really want to share it with you. I'm sure you know it, but still. With fantastic systems of e-learning, methodologies like ODOL, on-demand online examination, and so much of growth in the learning area. You know, Gujarat is definitely leading this race which is going on in the whole country to be a global chapter, to be a New York or to be a Shanghai or to be something which is totally developed. What we see here is the spark that is required. The state is doing its job, the faculty is doing its job, but the big question for me is, because I feel very close to the students, is that whether the students are doing their job or no. So my question is directly to all the students who are present here. You know, we say that learning is a lifelong process. So for me, all the students are learners, the faculty that is teaching them is learners, the vice chancellors or professors present here are learners, and everybody who is living on this earth is a learner. So what does a faculty mean? A faculty means someone who could pass on the knowledge that one has to somebody else. And a friend can be a faculty, because your friend could have a knowledge and the knowledge can be shared with you. Newspaper can be a faculty. Television can be a faculty. Any source of information in the air, water, paper could be a faculty. So my question is, my dear friends, that what are we waiting for? Are we really waiting for somebody to come and tell us that it's high time start learning? Or are we ready to take up the responsibility ourselves? It has been discussed earlier in this session that the NASSCOM survey says that 26% of Indian youth force is employable. Now I'll ask once again, I'll ask all the students sitting here. So the question is right onto your face, that people say that only 26% out of you all would be employable. Do you think this is something to really look at? I want a yes or no. I want a little bit of more noise from the students. Do you think it's the time that you all have to start thinking differently? I don't see much energy. I need another yes. So where is that thing going to come from? Believe me, it is not going to come from anywhere you expect other than your own self. So it's high time, start dreaming, like one of our members said, and follow your dreams ethically. Because it is innovation, it is self-help, it is a lot of self-realization that is going to take you places. Today, an Indian is the CEO of Microsoft. There are a lot of Indians who are heading top banks in the world. It is widely said in the international platform that if you have to make an IT company, make sure you have an Indian on the board. Otherwise, your IT company is not going to do wonders. Where do these Indians come from? Are they somebody special? Were they given some kind of special treatment while they were students like us and when we were in school or college? No. It's just one thing that took them there, which is called junoon in Hindi, jazba in Hindi, commitment in English, or maybe so many things. So now, when we really listen to all these things, we really have to understand that it's not the time that we as a student only think of expecting something, wishing something, or looking at others for something, but the time when we have to do it ourselves. I wholeheartedly congratulate Rai University for taking such a beautiful initiative of MOOCs Learning Hub. I don't know how you're feeling about it, but it's something that is going to bring MIT, Harvard, Berkeley, Yale courses free of cost to each one of you. But the big question is, how many of you will go into that hub and take it? How many of you will create problems and go to your faculty that, sir, I have not understood this, please tell me what is it tomorrow? So that is the question that you have to ask yourself. Swami Vivekananda ji very rightly said that if a student is ready, the coach will appear. So be prepared to be the best, and you will find all sort of facilities that you are looking for. So that is only what I wanted to share with all the people here, and thank you for giving me such a good opportunity to share my views. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom.